Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Say hi in the comments. Hi, guys. I gotta grab something. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. How is everybody? Are we all in one piece? Hi there. Hi, guys. Hey, Ryan. Would you mind getting me a Coke when you do? Okay, wait a minute. I just opened up New Beauty. And it says, is Starbucks about to get into beauty? What? It looks like beauty may be brewing at Starbucks. They've hired a former senior manager of e.l.f. Cosmetics as their new senior marketing manager of fashion and beauty for Starbucks. While Starbucks has long dabbled in lifestyle partnerships. Oh my God. Very weird, right? What? I don't understand. Like, are they going to just do like under eye creams with caffeine in them? I don't know. I just don't know. How is everybody tonight? I was a few minutes late getting on here. I'm so sorry.
I'm not sure.
Don't want the music on here. Hello, whoever just came in. Hi, hi. These cords are just not the right height. I have to go grab something to drink. Maybe I'll just leave this on for a minute. There we go. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Felice. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to load something right now. How is everybody? Felice, are you feeling any better tonight? Are you resting or running around? Whoa, why is my phone going crazy? Uh-oh. Okay, I think I might lose this connection. Hello. I'm trying to do something and it's not working. What's going on, guys? It was like a spring day here today. Like 50s, light jacket. Real weird. Yeah, that is a medical term. I'm very familiar with that term. A shva and a schwitz, right? Rebecca's dad is he's an MD. What would he call it? You guys, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. For a change. Ooh. Can you guys still see me? Oh, God. I am telling you. It kind of worked. We'll find out. So what's happening over here? You're coming right back? Your dad is an MD and he says it's a medical term. I'm standing by that. Are you back in Florida? Or are you still home? Are you still at your house? Or are you guys down in Florida now? I have to go close that door in a second. I started thinking about it. It's already Christmas Eve for Maria. It'll be like during the day for her, but she's got to be busy cooking and stuff. You're mostly about or just super tired not going to Florida. My parents, oh my God, they both have COVID. And who's taking care of the two of them? They're going to call you Typhoid Mary in a minute. It's the worst. You share everything. You share all the good and all the bad. You will reschedule. I suggest doing it when the weather's not like it was today. Like it was 54 degrees in Highland Park, Illinois today where I was. And I was happy. Like very happy. I get home, my husband, very unhappy. The ground is not frozen. And my dog is really used to being able to like run around in our yard like a lunatic. Both have COVID. Oh God. I went into don't freak out because it was my first time. They were like, we haven't seen you in so long. I'm like, yeah, I know, because I don't really shop here anymore, but I went to Sephora today and I felt like I could do that because I was purchasing from Natasha. And I feel like if I can spread the word about Natasha, I can buy it there. You brought them the Chicago variant. That's so great. You like to share. I remember when my sister and I came home with lice one year from camp, we must have, or school, wherever we got it. They go and they check all the hair. My mom had it too. It's like, we share everything. Muddy paw prints all over your house. I know. I like it to be 31 and sunny. You need that ground to be not like it is today. I mean, it was like in his paw, like inside the paw, where like in the fur part. Crazy. So I felt like I could go there today because of what I was purchasing. Because she is a fellow member. And I like her. I don't know why this keeps disappearing on me. Very strange. So, are your kids back yet? Are they both coming home? Are finals over? The one who lives here in high school must be on break now. So sad. I got a call today from our hotel that we stay at in Jamaica. Michelle, we thought you were coming. And I'm like, well, we watched the news. How is everyone? Like, they don't have power. They don't have water. They don't have a place to live. It's a disaster. If it's great, I'll buy it directly from Natasha. I didn't know she was an MOT. Well, yeah. Think about her location. I think it's just you and me, Felice. I'm going to call you on the phone. You like warm tones anyway. She does make this in warm tones. But this is the cool variety. It's actually very, very pretty. I love that she does a black because her black is like an inky black. Wyatt is home. Garrett on break. Doesn't get any better. I wish you were feeling better. You know what they told me at my integrative medicine doctor? Whatever vitamin C you're taking, double it for 10 days. And it's supposed to help boost your immune system. Let me go close the store. Hi. Keep it on. Okay. Hello. Oh, it is a mess in here already. It is all matte. It is all matte. We're going to compare this to the one I like from Chanel and the one I like from Hourglass. But I usually love her matte formulas, so let me grab those. You know what else I just pulled out? Because it's going to have to sit out for me to remember to wear it. Love this palette. Chanel, we want you to come back and do ones like these. Eclat de Nuit. Oh my God, this palette just gives me like everything that I could ever want. I did not do this with right fingers places, but I mean, like you forget that something is there. This palette, I think one of their best holiday palettes. And this one was kind of hard to get. That green though, like that steely mercury green kind of titanium. I don't even know what to call it, but on the eye, like simply stunning. And you could just smoke it out. I mean, this is one of those palettes that they just hit it out of the ballpark. It's staying out in the rotation. I thought it was going to be really crazy today when I went into the Sephora, but it really wasn't. I think a lot of people are done shopping or didn't shop to begin with. All right, we're going to compare those three. And I actually think we're going to compare my nude Prada also. Yeah. Yes and yes and yes. Because you don't need all of them. You just need one. A new development. I'm loving, you don't have to love the name, but the Lip Siggy, it's good. It's real good. And the formula is awesome. Hi, Mal. How are you? Dealing with coyote in the yard. Oh, this is a weird night. Molly, how are you? Are you done? Are you done shopping, my girl? A coyote in the yard. Oh my God. Molly, what are you doing? Wrapping presents or what's going on over there? Hey. Maybe we should just like not do tonight. I feel like if this is not working out. Who's here? Because I'm considering postponing. I mean, Felice is dealing with a coyote. What? Weird. Kind of crazy. That did not work. Hanging on by a thread. I have to be at 5 places at one time, not home yet. Yes, apparently Felice is dealing with a coyote. I can only see that one person is on right now. And clearly that's wrong. Because we're talking to Molly and Felice at least. Molly, do you need my Ulta coupon? Molly, if you go into Sephora, I'm recommending the Cool Toned Mini. I think it's the best deal you can get on all these nude palettes. I'm going to swatch them. I hate how stressed out people are during the holidays. It's so ugh. I'm about to try a red lipstick, you guys, and I'm going to do it in addition to this because I can't go all red. I just want to dab. I really like these balmy lipsticks from Mary Phillips, MPH. Really good. They're like really hydrating and little, like in a good way, little. They're just pretty. And I tried the ND foundation. I did not care for it. It's very, very makeup-y, and I believe that her formula is fantastic if you have oily skin because it really keeps those oils at bay. If you're somebody who likes a full coverage foundation with a lot of movement, I think it's a good one. I just don't ever wear anything more full than like a light medium coverage. I can't even go medium anymore. It just looks too aging on me. So you can always go get a sample. And then if you want to order it, you can order it from her. Because it's a pump. I really, truly think that it's a groundbreaking situation for people with oily skin. She had Korea and Japan come together on it. Didn't the foundation look very reflective on you? No. I don't mind reflective. I didn't think the Patrick Ta was too reflective. So it was just too much makeup. It was just so much makeup. I couldn't get it to be less makeup-y, is how I know how to say it. You decluttered all of your matte foundations. I know you don't have oily skin. I used to be very combination and had like terrible breakouts like here, like those ones that really hurt. I never really had like other things. And I didn't get this until I was doing, I want to say it was when I was doing fertility after Ryan, when we were trying to have a second baby. I got terrible acne when I was doing all the hormones. So I don't know. I think we all need to plan a trip and go to Korea and get all these things done that people are doing there for like so little money. Hi, Rebecca the beautiful. If you guys have not yet, your voting is open. Want to throw a link in the chat, Rebecca, for your award show? These Patrick Ta blushes, you guys, I like them. And that leak of the new one that's like lavender looks really pretty. Have you guys seen it? The picture that was leaked? Probably by his team. I'm starting to think that all these leaks are not leaks. A facial is your limit. It's not surgery or anything. It's just, you know, a little fun. And I also just want to say that the Westman Atelier brushes or blushes are so good. Do you want to see it, Ma? Would you like to see a picture? Because I can show you. It's not as cool as you're thinking. Like, not, hey, cool. I'm talking like cool in tone. How about those Prada lip glosses? I almost died today. I need to start saving my money because they're probably going to be $50 each. And they are so pretty. Patrick Ta, where are you? Oh, here. It's like bubblegum lavender. I don't know what to call it. It's a cool color. I mean, I think it's going to be really fun to play with. It's not like Wisp. Wisp is different. Wisp is cooler, but I think you could achieve it by adding a little bit of gray to that one. It's very pretty. It really is pretty. Just so everybody knows, I want to show you this. Tavia, we know we're all trying to help her with making some money right now. And she is, where's the pictures? She is selling the 3 new YSL palettes before they come out. So this is the first one. She's selling this one. I don't know how much 45 pounds is. Hang on. How much is 45 pounds in dollars? It's 60 US dollars, and she said she could put them all into one container, and I've already paid for the shipping. So if anybody wants to get in on this and not have to pay for shipping, let me know. This color, and then there's this one. It should be interesting to see how that looks on the eye. The reds scare me a little bit. I think this is really pretty, like a bronzy moment that doesn't look too warm or too cool. Sort of like a Goldilocks looking, kind of a bronzy feel. I really like that one. And the pink will be fun. I'll be challenged by this one. So you can message her. She's sending it as like a present to me. You know, I don't think that there's going to be any silliness. But if you want to just get in my package, feel free. Because her stuff's been fine. Okay, I need to talk about this. You guys, between a brand new pearlized whatever concealer These lip glosses are just screaming at me. Like, buying with intention, you know? I'm intending to buy all of them. Going into holiday recovery for a while and cannot buy anything for yourself. Looking forward to your thoughts. It will get better. It's so painful right now. Everybody's just like, every meme that I see is like a Barbie with shit blowing up behind her and like dollars just flying all over the place. And like, here, I can't drive to work now, but I really wanted you to have this. So bad. Such a hard time. I don't understand the green lip gloss. I'm going to be honest. And they seem to be on a yellow tear, which, I don't know. But these are from Amit, by the way. Of course. Amit Beauty Talk is our source for all things new. So we've got green, yellow to match your banana lip balm. Okay, so we have B201. B210. I love how their applicator has that little point at the top, but it's like, that looks like what the concealer looks like up at the top. And of course, you know, like, they are the triangle. And I just love that they've incorporated it. And it's actually going to be so nice for the Cupid's bow like that. I think it's nice. It's a great idea. R220. That's really pretty. Oh, R221. Gifts worth up to $100 may be sent free of duty and tax to friends and relatives in the United States as long as the same person does not receive more than $100 worth of gifts in a single day. Yeah. Well, these are items of unknown value, so it's not going to be a big deal. But if anybody wants to get in on my box, she said totally fine with her. She's like, she doesn't make any money on the shipping. P255. P258. P259. These are gorgeous. O281. I feel like I'm playing bingo. Okay. Let's take a look at the Dior while we're here. Dior is coming out swinging. I don't know that these feel very worth it. I just definitely want to see how the purple swatch, and one little light green does not do it for me. We're not going to get an expensive surprise, Felice. Order what you want and just tell her to put it in my box. If what smells floral? The Dior or the YSL? Oh, the Prada? That would really suck. That is a great point, Molly. These swatches are not blowing me away, the Prada lips. They could. They might even taste like it. You guys, I cannot count on powders from Dior. I just can't. And this looks very glittery. And I realize we're going into like a maximal type of situation. Now they're going to have two really electric colors of that new blush. Hi, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. My guy brought me Coke. Those are interesting. I really didn't love the formula for me. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. You are trying to fool us again. You are so right, Ma. That looks pretty. I like their lip products, but I know what to expect. They're all going to kind of look the same. Right? Little of this, little of that. Green seems to be a theme here, guys, from the fashion houses. They really like the pale green. MAC is going to be launching all new lipsticks, I would imagine, for their Sephora debut. Sure, they're going to make a big splash. This is a powder, like those liquid powder, whatever they're called, hybrids. So it's a new formula, from what I understand. Maria, it's New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve by you. Merry Christmas. Or do you say Happy Christmas? I never know where to say happy and where they say Merry. Happy and Merry Christmas. Are you cooking away? That's what I just said. I said it's already Christmas Eve where Maria is. She's probably cooking up a storm. You're making the desserts today. That's because you're so sweet. Oh, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have such a good time with your son in town. And Annie's first Christmas. We want to see what she gets from Santa. She's been very good. So these are their Powder Kiss / semi-matte lipsticks. I don't know. Oh, I thought this was really interesting. I wanted to show you guys this. So they're trying to put everybody in a box right now with advertising. And this came from hold on, I gotta go back. I think it's Beauty Independent, but I don't know. Hopefully we'll see. Okay, so they're saying Gen Alpha, they're the social natives. Everything for them is social. Hey, Kelly. Gen Alpha, I can't relate to you. I'm sorry. My grandchildren, I'll figure it out when I have them. Gen Z is fluent, skeptical, and peer-driven. And I think they're used to burning through like any viral product moment. I don't even know what to call it anymore because they're not even fads. It would have to be out long enough for it to be a fad. Like when we look at pictures of the past, we can clearly see the different eras that we lived through. For them, it's like a Tuesday. I don't know. It just seems very strange to me, but TikTok influenced. You got it. So then we have the millennials. They're so science savvy and skeptical. I also like to think that they're the ones who always talk about the older generations as, you know, like they're just over here, like including us, like not even just their parents, but us also. Sorry, but you little shits came right behind us. Cool it. They're not that science savvy. They are skeptical. We're the pragmatic experts. You know, we're the ones who lived through the real thing, and we remember life without phones, and we had real fads in magazines and surprises when we went into stores. And when things were cool, they were cool for a while, which was really nice and probably a lot more affordable. Holly, hi. Is your daughter home yet? Holly, you got your package. I was so glad. You guys, I really think I sent the wrong thing to Heather. I think I found her thing over here. I don't know. She'll be home tomorrow. That is so nice. So what is everybody doing for the holiday? Where will everyone be? Who has to cook? Who's hosting? How many presents are we buying here? Who do you buy for? Give me some ideas. That's my dog acting like a person. And now we're done with the picture show. Okay. He just sits there like, I'm so glad, Holly. I'm really glad. I'm so glad. I'm going to be doing a lot more giveaways. I'm going to try to do one each time that we meet in 2026. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. Okay. Does anyone have anything that they would like to share with the group? Because if not, I will commence swatching. Beautiful baby. I have a golden named Romy. He doesn't retrieve anything but treats. We say the same thing. We're the retrievers. And we just have like tumbleweeds of golden hair everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter how much he's brushed. That's why I bought my Lola blankets in the color caramel and cream, because I can't see it. It's just fine. I like it. It's great. Okay, kiddos. So I convinced my Sephora to give me these because they are not embargoed. This is, let me turn this a little bit. Come back here. This is the cool version of the Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt Cool Tone Palette. I do not have the warm version, but I'm going to show you it. I didn't buy the warm version because it's so much like the makeup by Mario. We should probably just include these in the conversation, but if you're warm toned, Natasha made a palette in these kind of, tones, and hers has a black also. You just get more tones in here. But I have to say, for bang for your buck, I can't remember. Is this 20? It used to be 26. Is it 29 now? $27. So these went up to 27 now. So this is like the best deal in the world. I mean, I don't finish these. Has anybody finished one of these? Starfish sushi for Christmas Eve. I will make a prime rib for Christmas dinner. We're going for sushi tomorrow night. We have a reservation. And for dinner, we're having Chinese also. You're making prime rib. Of course you're cooking. That middle shade looks like the perfect crease shade. Collecting crease taupe shades is my specialty. Well, you will like this a lot, I think. I haven't even swatched it, and they didn't have it out yet. I was like, can you please just sell it to me? It's on the website. It's not embargoed. She's already selling it. I've seen it on the internet. Let me show you the warm version in case you are a warmer lover. Because it really has to do with relative to your skin tone. It's like I started thinking about what we talk about with cool and warm. And I mean, it depends on what your skin tone is. And what you're wearing, what's going on with your hair. Like Kelly and I were just talking about this. Like, you know, sometimes you have your hair color is different than it was. Or you got more roots growing out. Okay, here we go. Gotta hate the fake swatches more than anything. So this is the warm one. This was her original. And she made this in response to those two larger palettes that I'll show you that people didn't really respond well to. I didn't buy it because I need a nude and I felt like that was enough. So this is the warmer, what she's calling neutral. I'm telling you, they're not neutral. And then this is the cool tones. And they're not as gray. I mean, they definitely have like a nice taupiness to them, but it's not like her black and white palette that she had, like where that was cool tones. These are actually nice looking, from relative speaking to my skin tone, cooler. But in case you were wondering, she had come out with these eye sculpt palettes, and they got mixed feelings and reviews from people because the lighter one didn't have a lot of fun to it. It was a lot of mattes, and some people think that's a lot of fun. And then there was this one, the darker tones, where she got into like some of these like metallic-y things going on. You can see them shining on the arm there. And we really, what is there, 1 or something like that in the light palette. So I didn't buy it because I have Biba and I Need a Nude. And I love her stuff. I love those bigger palettes. I got the lighter one. That's what Maria said. I could see myself buying this at some point. I'm not at the point. As you look over my shoulder at every single palette she's like ever made, except for like 2. You love the bigger palettes. How many of you have gone from liking bigger palettes to liking quads or quints? Because I thought that I was always going to want like a bigger palette. And, you know, when you have something like this one from Makeup by Mario, this is a nice, I think, amount of shades to get. You get 12 in here. Her big palettes, they're big middies. I never know what to call them. Are bigger pan size than these, much bigger. At least where you can put your brush. And then we have Mario did his neutrals that does have a coolness to a couple of the tones. It is mostly a neutral palette. I think it's more universal than his original. All right, let's take a look at this one. So the colors going across are, this one is called Fair Cool. That looks nice. That's swatched very easily. It's like a nice creamy color. Then the next one is called Light Cool. That's pretty light. Let me try to. Okay, so this is the light, the second, the third. This fourth one is called Medium Dark Cool. Very inventive names. There's your super cool tone. I think this is just, maybe I need to like get in there a little. There we go. And then we know we love her black, so just gonna kind of go for it here. She does a black, I mean, gorgeously. Okay. That is the swatches. They all look very smooth and pretty. We'll see how they apply on the eye. I anticipate them being just like her formula usually is, delightful to use. I find her mattes to be extremely creamy and really always, I like them a lot. I really do. Okay. You guys know that we've talked about these kind of palettes before. I'll just remind you, we have Clair Obscure from Chanel. This is another all matte palette. It's definitely neutral leaning cool. And I don't know what that is. I happen to love this Clair Obscure. I think it is one of the staples that I reach for more than you would think, because you can turn this into anything by building that frame that we talked about. The biggest palettes I can deal with are the Givenchy or Dior 9 pans. The Dior 9 pan. Oh, the Dior, the Backstage. Got it. I really should have pulled that out, huh? I have to pull pull that out because I have the cool neutrals and the warm neutrals. I should grab those. Here is the Hourglass one that we've talked about before. This is the Minimalist. This leans a little bit less cool, still in like that neutral zone. I wish this color was just a tiny bit cooler, but if you have a warmer skin tone, that's going to look cool against your skin. So everything is relative, you know, to your skin tone. And then the other one that I wanted to mention, they have 3 different intensities, but the Prada formula for nude, this builds a great frame. I wore this today. What a smoothing formula. Hey, Heather, did I send you the wrong package? Just need to know. What did you wind up getting from me? What was in the box? Please tell. What's in there? Mascaras? What came? My open mascara? Is it all 3 colors? You wore the product today too, Felice? Kelly did too today when I was talking to her. She had it on too. Was it all 3 mascaras? All 3. All right, we're going to have to talk because I have your package here and I will get it to you. Would love it if you could send those back to me. I can't believe I did that because I all of a sudden I'm like, why is all this stuff just sitting here? I have so many of those Eason bags. Thank you. I'll send you yours. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. I really do. I'm very well intended and sometimes I just make mistakes. I do. Okay, so I think that out of all of these palettes that we've looked at, this is by far the most economical route to go if you're looking for an all matte palette that will let you do any look that you want without emphasizing a ton of texture on your eyes. We'll see how it works out, but this is the least amount that you have to lay out. I don't know if it's like divided by the product amount, you know, how much it is per ounce and all that stuff. I have no idea. I just know that this is $27. It's a freaking bargain. You get great eyeshadows, and we know that this is around $70. I don't even know how much the other ones are. Let's run through it. Okay, let's start with Mario. So the Makeup by Mario 12 pans are $56 for 12 shades. Then we have the Hourglass palettes. These are $68 for 4 shades. Then we have the Prada, which technically isn't really an all matte palette, but for all intents and purposes, it behaves a lot like a matte shadow in that it's so smoothing and non-aging that we're going to let it come to the party. This is 85. And let's see how much the Chanel quads are now that they have to compete with Louis Vuitton. The Chanel quad is 72. So we've got a quad for 72, a quad for 85, 68. What was that? 52. And no matter how you slice it, if you want what you want, they make two versions. One of them is going to appeal to you. And I think that for the money, and I mean, obviously there's no mirror or anything. You're getting product. She has put it into a sturdy thing that you can travel with, that goes in your purse. And I mean, I don't know what else you could really ask for. I don't even know if I'd want a mirror with this, because when you're doing eyeshadow, I feel like now there's so much that you have to look at and really pay attention to. I'm dying to see what this is like. So let's try it out. Let me make sure that my eyelids are powdered. I took my makeup off and I don't remember if I put powder on them. I'm so sorry, Heather. Okay. Just want to make sure we're kind of dried off here. So this is one of those Shoto brushes from Refer. I love these. This one's kind of flat. A little, you can see like up at the top, it's got those little calligraphy type of things. I'm going to put the lightest shade just all over my lid to just kind of blank it out. I literally dipped like a tiny, tiny bit. No issues with skipping. That laid down very easily. Dip back in. I find lately that I'm going into this area a lot with the Victoria Beckham matte stick in Trench, her stick eyeshadows, because I can't stand how old looking my lids have gotten, and I think it helps. Okay, so that did a nice job of just getting my eyelids ready. Did I order the new Refer collab with Andrea Lee? No, I haven't. Honestly, the next thing that I buy is probably going to be a spring thing. I don't know if I need another. What is her brush? What did she make? Let's pull it up. Oh, it's only $35? It's not horrible. Hold on. I didn't even know that this came out. Refer times. Oh, it's sold out. Guess not. Oh, it's a Shoto brush. 2 years in the making. Okay, now I'm kicking myself. Did they say anything like they were going to restock it? I don't know. They made the other one permanent. It'll probably come back. I'm going to hope for the best on that one. Okay. I am going to grab a mirror. Let's choose this one. I'm going with that same thing that's been working for me. I no longer can do windshield wiper motions to deal with all of this. And I think this shadow is a great one, like to prime your lid. Like it feels, I'm just feeling around. It feels really smooth and looks really smooth on the eye. So that's exciting. So this is the Shoto number 4. I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go into this middle shade first and just see if I can bring this so that it's like coming more out. Might need to go deeper. I'm going to go to the middle shade, dipping a very small amount on. And I'm looking. Okay, that did not work. It had a magnet in it. Okay, let's try that again. Going into this middle shade. And I'm going to look straight on because I want this to be pushed back instead of out. And if I'm looking here right now, I can see that this part of my eye is going to show up here. And I'm going to want to go into this area as opposed to like up here. I keep wanting to dab into the cheek brush. So this right here is my issue. So anything that you have over here that looks crepey and is kind of coming down, or maybe you have some sagging over the lid, or maybe it's just that your eyes are super hooded, you can also go, especially with a brush like this, right inside of there, because if you look down or close your eyes, you don't want there to be like a gap there. But you do have to make sure that you're going to see it when your eyes are open. Already this eye looks more lifted. Okay, that was the middle shade. I'm going to go into the slightly lighter shade because I just want to kind of map out where I want to tell most of my story of my eye. Now, what works for me now is this up and out flick. And I think about an invisible line here where my lower lash line is. So if I'm looking straight ahead, anything that comes out over here is what I'm trying to go for. So I'm just trying to go up and out. And I don't want to do too much, but I want to just kind of get an idea for the shape. And you can already start to see that my eye is getting bigger looking now. Okay, I am going to go into the deepest shade of this taupe. I'm still using the same brush. I actually really like this kind of a brush, like a very kind of loose feeling brush, because I'm barely touching and I'm way back on the handle because I want it to be very light. And you can start to see that we're getting a nice shape over here. Let's go make the other side the same. Now, my eyes are not the same, so I'm going to try to even them out a bit. This one, it doesn't have that same amount of, I don't know, squish factor. Just going to kind of place this here, playing around with that middle shade. My eye open. See, this one has much more right here than right here. So I'm going to just take a little darker right here because I want these to even out. Not very many people are totally symmetrical, especially if like you sleep on one side like I do. And now I'm going to go into the middle shade and do what we did over here. I'm just going to take it and flick it out. Now I'm closing my eye because when I flick, it makes me want to close my eye, but I'm really trying to keep it open here. So I want this to go, like I said, kind of lined up with that lower lash line. And you're going to be able to clean this up afterwards, so it doesn't really matter if you go a little bit too far. You're better off going too far out and cleaning it up than not going far enough in this situation. Okay, now I'm going to go into the darker shade, very small amount, and flick. I have to say, her shadows are really pretty delightful. I'm getting a really nice fade. Now is where like I have to take a look here and see. I definitely want to put a little dark in here in case I close my eye. Here too. So I'm kind of looking at both of them, trying to even them out. I'm going to take the lightest shade, not the white, but the lightest taupey shade, and just kind of fill in because we kind of want there to be a gradient. So I'm going far, far out with the lightest color up here. And then I'm going to concentrate the deeper color at the lash. But coming out, I'm going to want it to be super light. So now I'm going to go into the third shade and go out a little bit less far. Concentrating more on like the outer V. I mean, this eyeshadow is kind of doing the work for me, which I love. Okay. So we have this like nice frame. I'm going to hold off on hang on. What I want right now, this is another Shadow 00. I actually think that I would like to use the Rephr 02 brush, and I'm going to dip into this black color ever so slightly because I know this pigment. It goes in right away, giving you what you're looking for. all I want to do with this right now is tap it off so that I make sure that there is not a lot going to come off of here. And I want to go right behind my lower lash. And I literally just want to press. You can also use a brush like this. It's a great shape. To go in, just right up against the lashes. Like you're just kind of tapping and bounce it along. And you just need something thin enough to go right in between them. And it's okay if it isn't perfect. It doesn't have to be. Because we're going to smudge it anyway. I'm taking a teeny tiny bit and just going right above my lashes here, just because my eye is downturned and I want to give it a little bit of a lift without giving it a wing. So I'm just kind of going up. The other kind of brush that you can use is something like this, like an eyebrow brush that's kind of stiff. And if you guys remember, I like to go on both sides of these brushes. And I take first, I'm patting it this side. And then when I turn it, I keep patting all the way in. And this actually works really, really well for this, because you get a really even application. I'm going to go one more time. I can't put this on here because it's magnetic. So I've got this side of it, and then turning it and just pressing against that lash line. So you're not even drawing a line. You're just pressing. And it really, like any crepiness or any unevenness that you have, really gets solved by a brush like this. You just get like a lot of control. Listening, unpacking stuff. Just got back from the store. Okay, great. Okay, so now we've got this sort of lined, good shape. Now we can do anything we want. Let's finish this one first. Let's go into the black. I'm going to stay with this brush because I do think this is the easiest kind of a brush. And everybody has one of these, even at the end of a, you know, like a mascara brush. Go in, just tapping, turn it, and use that to go all the way in. And we're just going to do that again. A stiff brush like this really makes it kind of foolproof. And because we're pressing and we're not drawing a line, there's no need to feel like you're not in control. And you can go like they do all the way to the waterline. And we're going to smoke that out anyway. If if you like, you can wet your brush if you're not getting the kind of black that, let's say you have a matte palette at your house. It's not like you have to go out and buy this one. If you already have one, you can use it. It's certainly not the first matte palette out in the world. So I just want these to be even. And I'm going to go in and tighten line with mascara, and it's going to make them even bigger. So let's just review. I took this light color and I put it on the lid, all over the lid. So just want to make sure that we're even Steven here. Then I took this shade here that wasn't quite super dark. And up here, I kind of corrected the crease. Then I went in and took care of evening out the crease and flicking this out to get this sort of up and out motion, kind of going like this, like it's coming from that lower lash line. Then we lined it with the black. Every sparkle is a good sparkle. Let's see. It really depends upon what you're wearing. And I've kind of gotten to the point now where I think that there are two ways to go here. And it all depends on what you're wearing, what your style's like. Here, I'm going to be able to show you both with these two. Perfect. Okay. Obviously, you can use the Patrick Ta eyeshadows that I always talk about with the sparkles. It is super easy. But I want to show this like in a very generic way because we all have palettes that have beautiful shimmers and beautiful glitters and beautiful shiny shades, satins. So I'm going to start with, I have two colors here that are very similar to each other. One is sparkly and one is more of a satin, but they're both like in that pretty lavender, purpley kind of family. These are from Suku. I'm doing Suku on purpose because it doesn't matter what you use as long as you have something shiny and something glittery. Now the ones with shine like this one, they're like a lot kinder to eyes with wrinkles than shades that have the glitters. And I'm taking this on about the halfway, and I'm just pulling it up and out, literally like with my finger. I'm going to do two different eyes here. So now this one is the glittery one. So I'm going to take this one and really concentrate it on the center of my eye, especially down where my lashes are, and really play up this middle. Now you can see some of the line that I did is covered, which is okay because we also have to go in and tight line and we also kind of want to see what's going on. But it did give me some definition here. Let me take the black. Just right against there. And this is going on really easily. If you want to have a very black line, you can spray your brush. What I recommend before you do any of that is that you take your black liner. Let me sharpen this a little bit. This is going to get much smokier real fast. I'm literally going in and I'm going to curl my lash because I did this last time too. You definitely want to curl. I like to give it a good curl. Make sure that it kind of comes away from your eye. Now I'm going in with the black Victoria Beckham liner. I've heard great things about the one from Sarah Creel. Haven't tried it. I didn't know I was in the market for a new eyeliner, but the internet seems to love it because it's sold out everywhere. And she helped create these liners for Victoria. So now you see, like, all of a sudden that black line is like va-va-vooming again, right? What I want to do is put the mascara on so I can see where I'm at and what I have left and how much smoke I want to give this. That's for fun, even though I don't really usually wear this mascara. I'll use the Prada today because a lot of people don't use a tubing mascara. I always do, but I reviewed this and I hate wasting it. And since I'm not going anywhere tonight, it's like a nice mascara. The brush grabs these lashes perfectly and like combs through. And you just almost have to like blink into it. And I just wiggle. I like that it's separating the lash. I like, by default, I like a very separate lengthened look rather than a volume look because I feel like you can achieve the volume by using liner and color. And I like these like feminine, wispy lashes. I am going to do the lower lash line now. I don't usually put any eyeshadow on the bottom until I put the mascara on because I always dink myself and then I have to fix it and take it off and it never looks right. So I just wait. Okay. It really grips. It's a very black mascara too. I just think it's very pretty. YSL is coming out with a new mascara. The one that they have now is like Voom Volume. This new one is called the Latex or something, and it's going to give great length. All right, so this is going to have to dry for a second. Let's see what everybody's saying. Still listening, just finished the last of the desserts. I have the Sarah Creel liner in Twilight Smoke. It's pretty. Does it remind you of the quartz one that was already in Victoria's thing? I forget what it's called, something quartz. What desserts did you make? Martha Stewart. I mean, Maria. Guess what desserts? I made pavlova white chocolate mousse with lemon curd and topped with a lemon butter shortbread crumb and a trifle. Maria, I think I just gained 10 pounds reading that. You don't have the smoky quartz liner? I'm dying to compare it. It does sound divine. That is the perfect word. Perfect. Okay, I would like to get a little bit more drama coming out, and I don't necessarily want all of it to be the black. I want a teeny bit more of this purple. Oh, no. Okay. Everybody has like their favorite purples. Mine is, of course, a Suku. This is just, okay. You could go to Tom Ford. You could go to a lot of places. I'm going to go into an old Suku palette. I'm just going to take some of this. I'm going to go with like a in-betweeny kind of a color and just pull it out. So I want some color peeking out of here. And this layers up perfectly with her shadows. Make it a little brighter now. And depending on, how much color you want to have, you can just fill these in as much as you want. Now, if you're somebody who really likes like a wingy wing, nobody's stopping you. I just don't drive that train anymore. I can't. It just doesn't work for me. I feel like they look like U's, or they look like whatever it is. I prefer a wing-ish to a wing. So what I'm going to do is taking the brush with the pointing out this way. I'm going to go right in here behind my lashes. And I'm just going to stamp. And I'm going to line it up with my lower lash line. So like right here. And you don't have to do a lot. You can just give yourself just that little, just a little wing. Make sure your eye is open. because you're going to want that to connect. Now what I do is I get this kind of out here and then I sort of brush it back in because I want this to be soft and I want it to be more like a suggestion of a wing than an actual wing for me. No, you do you. Like if you can still do a straight wing, go for it. Pavlova is a New Zealand and Australian favorite. Have a bite for me. Marshmallow is my fave. Well, I love marshmallows. So the trick with this is to get your eye open and follow the path that your lower lash line is doing. And another little thing that I do is I connect my lower and my upper with the black after the mascara is on. Right here is where I sometimes get like a little gap. And just by doing that, it connects it. Now I'm going to take this really fun color and just kind of go blur this out. And then your lash line doesn't have to be perfect, but just the suggestion of it is fun. I still can't do a wing at age 47. I don't think that you have to do a wing, and you don't even have to go further than your lashes. Just when they start to go down, when you close your eye, use the eyebrow brush that's slanted, and wherever that stamp is, just to connect to the bottom is all you need. Just this. Everybody's got this kind of a brush where it's hard. I think Anastasia has these like on all of her eyebrow things. It's an eyebrow pencil. But it's so great for this because you have the angle, you have the direction, you can go both ways, and all you're doing is stamping. And I got so much definition. Like, it appears that my eye is going in the direction of a wing. And you can fill this in with color and then get softer. And you can go back in with more glitter. I actually got like a complimentary glitter color. I want to put a little bit of this little sparkle that I found. I'm doing a couple of different colors so that it just catches the light like an opal. So all you have to do is find something that's shiny, that's kind of champagne, kind of a blue, and kind of a yellow. And this is what you get. It looks very opalescent and very pretty against any kind of like a purple. And I know everybody was raving about either the Chanel this year or the Tom Ford Daydream that came back. So use those. They're perfect for this. Purple is always a fun color. It's like the closest thing to neutral that you can possibly do and still have like a fun eye. But I love the opaly idea that you get. Let me pull it in just a little bit closer. So you can see, like right here is like where I went up. I connected exactly where my lower lash line is. And this part of it is graduated. And then in the middle, I just put the different color sparkles. And you can do that any way you want. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the Natasha palette and take a very, very tiny little wispy little brush. I'm going to go into that lightest, whitest color. And I just want, because I've got sparkles already, I just want a little bit of light here because I feel like it makes me look less tired. And then you can take just a clean brush, something flat, and this is all square footage that you can have that's yours. So you can go into it, bring light. If you want to go underneath your brow bone, you can. But this is all real estate that's fair game. And I have not done the lower lash line yet. Just going to take a very, very small little brush. I'm going to go into the black just slightly and just kind of smudge right here. Just a little bit. I figure it's going to wind up smudgy anyway. Why not start it off like that? There's my purple. I'm going to go into this brighter purple that I put on and just blend it together. And then here is like a key thing that I found. Whatever your favorite sparkle color is that you're putting on, get a teeny tiny little pencil brush, go into that sparkle color, really roll some product onto it, and right in here on that inner waterline, I'm just tapping this. I don't want like a bunch of fallout, but I want to go inside here to bring light inside. It really makes a huge, huge difference. You can even put it right above, just on that outside part. And it'll just catch the light. Let me pull you back out. So that when I'm looking around, you can see that this is not dark. And obviously, like, I need some concealer down here. And then I just clean this up with a Q-tip. You guys know I love the cheapies from Ulta. One side's a paddle, one side's a point. And I just follow my lower lash line, kind of dust under here, and then I'm going to just take this and pull it out, soften this, make sure everything's blended, and then for a last little zhuzh, take a teeny tiny brush, whatever color you want to have peeking through your lashes the most, go right down on that lash line, right in the center, so that it catches the light every time and it doesn't rub when you have a hooded eye every single time. But I love that like opaly look with the purple. Hi, Sylvia. I'm going to take a teeny bit more glitter down here. Something a little bit brighter. See how it just like opens things up. And if you want, you can wet that part. And then it's totally up to you of how dramatic you want to get out here. But it's just such an easy way to wear color without the whole thing looking crepey, at least for me. I'm going to finish the other eye in 1 second. I'm going to go use the washroom. Everybody take a 5-minute break. Sylvia, I'll see you in 1 second. Hi, guys. Okay, I've made an executive decision. I want to find something good. I know we're all partial to green, so I'm going to go into olive smoke for this side, for this dramatic look that we have over here. So I am going to just take the black a little bit more with my eyeliner brush. Where did it go? Right here. So back into this guy. And I'm just pressing, not drawing anything. I just want it to be strong over here. I'm doing this with my eye open, following where it is with my lower lash. Now I have a wrinkle right here. I'm going to use it. I just want to connect it down here. Okay. I'm going to take one of these Q-tips. And I'm just going to help this a little bit going up, so I have a good idea of where I'm going. I'm not even going to use brushes because the point of this is to make this as smoky as I can right now. I'm going to go into the green color that we're all excited about. And I'm going to just press it right here. So that I've got the green coming out. And I'm going to go with a little bit of the lighter one closer in. And blurrier, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to go into this gold shade right in the center. So it's like a gradient of color. Now I am going to take a normal brush that I can just go into the green and flick it out. Right where I've got the black. And then I'm going to go into the slightly lighter color above and into that more gold color here. Because I'm going to tight line it. Oh, I got it curled up. Much heavier on this outside part. You can even dot a little of this at the lash line if you want for extra drama. Go back to that nice eyeliner or lash, whatever this is, eyebrow. Just build that up a teeny bit. Connect. Something that you can smudge with. Smokier the better. And the Tom Ford olives are so pretty. But I'm going to take it further because I'm going to pretend that it's New Year's Eve and I want to be sparklier. So I'm going to find myself a nice gold sparkle. We all have gold sparkles. Go look in your Pat McGrath palettes if you can't find one. And then you have that kind of golden hue. I'm going to go on top with a little bit of beige just to kind of temper it a little. All right, we're going to put some mascara on. Used the Prada before. Let's use the Swede on this side. Because why not? We're trying all different kinds of mascaras today. Usually I just stick to the same Victoria Beckham every time. So this one I'm going to actually wiggle through. This one's got like little teeth on it. Do remember with this mascara, you do have to work fairly quickly, so not to get clumps. But you do get nice length. And if you don't have the volume that you want, you can always add it with liner. Not my favorite, but now, if this is not enough smoke for you, that's what this is for. You can go back in if you desire, taking a very small amount of the black with not the mirror that I just looked down at. I'm just taking a little bit of it out. I can do it on this side too if I want more drama. And because we were able to just use a matte frame, you can put in whatever colors you want. Now this eye, for me, like when I'm sitting here looking, like I wish this was more clean looking. So I'm going to make it messy so that I have something to work with. And I'm going to take a mirror, look straight into it. And really give myself that definition that I'm missing just by pulling up on it. And if you want something to look like it is further back. It just needs to have a little bit of darkness added to it so that you get that balance of up and out. And it sort of hides where it's hanging down. And you can play. You know, you can see if you can take the taupe and dot it on. Because what you're trying to do is push this back in space. So less light where it's coming forward. And just by putting a little bit of the gray tone to it, this is pushed back. And then let me move out. And you have a lot better than doing a crazy wing like we used to be able to do. That some of you probably still can. It may just be me. But it works for me. Put on a little blush. Okay, and then I need a nice lippy. I don't want to overline too much. Whatever your favorite nude is. Now, obviously, I have two different colors on and got a lot going on here. I tend to like to use a stain, though, if I'm going out for, like, this kind of makeup look. So I'm using the Kulfi. Just so, like, if and when it wears off, got a little something, something there. And it just gives them like a little bit more of like a little juicier color. And then you can take whatever lip color you like. I'm going to go in with Crush from Mary Phillips. Just gives me a little bit more than lips but better. It's like lips but better. I know you've been obsessing over these liners. I mean over the liners. Okay. Well, I am like married to my Mob one that's number 159 and I can't get past it. It's literally the only one that I like. And you can give yourself such a small little overhang here just to give yourself a little bit more voom. But I think that when you do like a major eye like this, I feel more comfortable on my own skin in something that's just nudie. But it doesn't have to be like a dull nude, even though I love a good concealer lip and you can't stop me. I love them. Sometimes you don't want to look like you're dead. I am loving the Lip Siggies. They're fantastic. Thank you for recommending them again. They are really good. Oh, someone's making red cabbage. My German grandmother made that all the time. I love it, but no one I know would, but I miss it. You guys, I have to tell you a funny story about cabbage. when my husband and I moved, we were living pretty much in my apartment that was in Wrigleyville, which is a neighborhood in Chicago right where the Cubs play. And the school that I was teaching at was like very, very close to there. And he and I kind of split our time. Like during the week, we would stay in the city because I was close to my school. And on the weekend, we would stay at his house. And we decided to move in together into his house. And I was living with him for about a week and a half. All my stuff was in storage in my parents' basement. All his stuff was in the house. Somebody knocked on the door and asked to buy his house, and he said yes. So we had given up my apartment in the city that was a 1-minute drive to my school. I moved in with him, and then he sold the house. We lived at like my parents, my sisters, his sisters, the extended stay America. We looked everywhere, and we looked at a house, and it's so funny. Like you learn all these things, like when you look at houses, people will bake bread or something cinnamony so that the house smells really homey when you get there. And we went into this house where this woman, she was very, very, very old. And Rick and I walked in the door, and we were like hit with this smell. And we're like, what is that? And she's like, I'm cooking cabbage and pickled beets right now. And we were like dying because we had heard things like, go buy, like a cinnamon, those little cinnamon rolls from Pillsbury, and bake them in your house if you're going to sell your house like an hour before people come in so that it smells homey. And we walked into cabbage and pickled beets. And that was not the house that we wound up buying, but she was very funny and very sweet. Very sweet. So this works for me. I hope it works for some of you. If you have another alternative palette, by all means, do not go out and buy an all matte palette unless you need it. I also really like the Patrick Ta one. Where did he go? Wow, I do not know where that palette is, do I? I do. This is another one that I think is fantastic. Boy, do we have a lot of options here. We have this, we have this. You can use one of the Prada ones that's got the nudes, even though it's not totally matte, it still works because it's very, very smoothing. We've got Mario. This one is just his Master Mattes. We've got, I do not want these falling. You've got Mario neutrals with the cool. Did we do, and the Hourglass one and the Chanel one? Where did those go? Oh, hell, they're here somewhere. Anyway, you have a lot of options. You don't have to purchase one. And if for some reason you just really, really want a cool, matte palette. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the Natasha Denona one was a delight to use, and I'm very happy with my purchase. Someone's making red cabbage. My German grandmother made that all the time. I love it, but no one I know but miss it. Cabbage and pickled beets. She forgot to add in herring. Yeah, they should have been cooking some fish. The MPH liners are wonderful. I agree. Can't wait to try the Siggy's next. Viseart has one too. Yes, thank you. They sure do. There are so many different matte palettes. Here's the Chanel one. Back to this one again, Clair Obscure. There's a lot of them out there. And you can use any of them to get this kind of great look. And I have to say, this eyebrow brush that everybody has and doesn't use has the best new purpose. Going this way on here, this way here, and you're simply stamping. Don't look at it as a line. And always fill in right here, because you want to connect the lower with the upper, and use this as your guide. And if you've got a wrinkle or something, use it and go right over it. Did someone say Viseart? If we're going to talk about Viseart, then we also have to talk about Isom. Here's another matte palette. I mean, this one wins in spades. Look at how many colors you have to choose from. I think that a matte frame with anything that you want over it is going to give you that smoothing look that's really hard to achieve on textured lids and hooded eyes. You just can't start with the palette that you want. You have to get it all set up so that your shading is giving you the shape that you are desiring and that you want. It's like building the frame of the house before you put the pretty part on. I'm going to add it to your list. Honestly, what a great price. $27. And there's the warmer version for those of you who are not vampires like me. But if you're cool toned, look how nicely that really is. It's not dead and gray. It's actually very, very pretty neutral taupe to cool. There's a lot of good ones out here though. A lot of options. And everybody has sparkles and fun satins and stuff. I recommend putting something satin on and getting the sparkles on top of it, having that just little extra bit behind it to shine. And then with the glitter on it, gives you just that extra, I don't know, like an extra layer that is smoothing on your lid before you put texture back on it on purpose. That Isom palette seems ideal for transforming into a liquid liner. Well, you did do that. So yes, I mean, absolutely you can. And you can with the Viseart too. My days of liquid liner have passed. I will never liquid liner again. I just won't. unless it's to go in between my lashes. You did. Guys, check out Sylvia's Substack. She did a beautiful review on the Easton palettes that she picked up. Believe me, her looks are in a whole different hemisphere than mine. She's a true artist, and I'm just trying to cobble together a look at my age. That's the difference. Sharing the ways that we can figure out how to feel good when we walk out the door. That's my whole gig. So, anybody have any last buying that they're doing, gift freakouts, anything that we should know about? Her Substack is so good. I agree. Oh, stop. Guys, check out the Substack. Sylvia, drop a link in. The other thing I want to say is you absolutely can go into these because, hello, you guys know how I feel about these. I mean, you can do a whole new level of Disco Inferno when you put the Patrick Ta on. Look at that. It's like glassy. Let me get the deep one. I'm sorry. These are the best money I've spent. I don't care how many people bitch and moan about these palettes. They will last me until the day I die, and they are phenomenal. And honestly, like, they just add like a whole new level of fun for me. And they're the floating kind of sparkle that does not add texture to my eyes. And hello, I love that. You have to wrap everything. Oh my God, I am a gift bag person. I really am. I'm a gift bag girl. I hate wrapping things. I'm so bad at it. It's like math, but with paper. I'm currently packing up for our family's Christmas vacay. Ugh. I can't talk about Christmas vacays right now. I got a phone call today from the hotel in Jamaica. It's sad. I hope that this was fun and helpful tonight, and hopefully took everybody's mind off of their holidays. I will tell you that Sunday, I had my family here and we celebrated my parents' 59th wedding anniversary, my son's college graduation, my son's birthday, my nephew's birthday, and Hanukkah. It was a lot of presents. And the kids are all here, which is crazy to me. And they're all going to be here for just this like little window. My one nephew who's doing a master's program before becoming whatever thinking about becoming a doctor. So he's going to work at a doctor's office to finish his degree. He'll be done in the spring. I have another one that's finishing up online, and my other nephew will be going off to University of Miami in the fall. Home in the mountains. I have to be careful what I say about it, Holly. Forgive me, I can't give out too much detail. Well, hopefully it'll be beautiful and fun. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night, right? Well, I'm wishing all of you very Merry Christmases, and I will be back here on Friday to hear all about it. I'm going to give you my favorites of the year, and I want to know what yours are so we can be talking about that. And I do want to tell you that I talked to Tavia. She has the 3 YSL palettes that will be coming out for spring in hand already. I have purchased 3 of them from her because I want to help support her right now. She's really going through a hard time. I'm just letting you all know that she has them. Chic Profile 4 on Instagram. You guys all know her. If you are interested in any of those, I put them in the Only the Best chat, but I can show you them one more time if anybody wants to see them. Do I like the new Patrick Ta duos or the old ones? People said that they were different, but some say the new ones are better. Some say the old ones were more sparkle. You just want to get one, yet we need better lighting. His first one, I happen to really think that they came out great this year. Okay. This from this year is the most neutral. It's called In Your Dreams, and you get kind of a champagne-y and a goldy. If you're buying one, the most versatile of all was from last year. You get a gold and a silver, so no matter what look you're doing, you can put gold or silver into the look to get the color sparkle that you want. To me, this is the biggest bang for your buck because a gold sparkle to pick up, like, let's say on this side, let's do it. We'll put gold here. And I'm going to take the silver on the purple side. And just takes them to like a new level. And then what you can do also is take a very, very small brush. And since you're going into these sparkles, remember we talked about this inner corner. Put your sparkles right in there to get some light. It'll just catch the light then. But this one is your silver and your gold. It will do everything. It's quite a celebration. It was a lot. In Your Dreams, Still at the Club are my faves. Okay, Still at the Club I do love, but one of them is sparkly and one of them is more of a shine that you put the sparkles on top of. It's the only one that's like a little bit different. Oh, thanks, Felice. It is always fun to hang out with you guys. It was nice to be with everyone before the insanity ensues, right? Still at the Club is gorgeous. Let me grab it. Okay, well, Still at the Club is this one. And you get one that has sparkles and one that's more like a smoothing, but together, where you lay the smoothie one down and you put the sparkles on top. This is more of like a definite color. The one that's from this year, it's got like the taupe color. Both of the colors are sparkly. Instead of a shine and a sparkle. But you can see there's like way more color to these, whereas We Need Better Lighting just will go on top of anything and have it go, you know, warmer gold or cooler in like the silver. I just feel like it'll do anything that you want it to and just give you that sparkle. I personally love Always on Your Mind. That is this one. The white and gold is perfect for an Only a Topper, which is a must buy. Always on Your Mind or Still at the Club are standalone. Always on Your Mind. They are really beautiful. I mean, you guys, you can't go wrong with these, honestly. It just depends on how much background color you want. Straight Sparkle is last year's We Need Better Lighting. This year, In Your Dreams, I would say is like the closest thing, but this is definitely not silver. This is definitely more in that golden family. Like both of them are both in the golden family. The lighter shade and Still at the Club, the sparkly one. The difference between Still at the Club and Always on Your Mind. This seemed very cool toned last year till this guy came along. These together make the most spectacular color. I mean, just beautiful. It looks like a one and done. And you get, this shade is very different from all of the other ones that he made. There is one that I call the Dud. It's from last year. And it's Talk to My Team. And I think what he did this year was there's so freaking many of them. They're growing. I think he went for it again and did it right. So if you want that kind of Talk to My Team look, this is When the Sun Sets. It's like this color down here. It all just depends on how warm or cool you want to go. But I would say baseline, where to start, I'm still going to go with we need better lighting, because with these, you can go on top of any color that you already have that you love. Like, let's say, you have this fantastic green. But you just want to add a little something, something. So you go into the gold. And it just elevates it. I love the lighter shade in Still at the Club. I wore Still at the Club for New Year's Eve. So did I. My daughter has black hair and green eyes. Slow burn looks gorgeous on her. I bet. I really seriously think that they're all so pretty. Let's just do them one more time. This is Always on Your Mind. Kind of taupey, cooler. I'm With Her is Barbie Pink. This is the only one that I just think is never going to be worn by me, but we'll see. Still at the Club. That's your smoky drama. When the Sun Sets. It's more of your golden story, but not too warm. We Need Better Lighting. This is from the original. This is what I think is the most neutral. In Your Dreams. This probably is one of my favorites, just because it's so neutral. Do You Know Who I Am? This will take any bronzy, coppery look to the next level. Anything golden, suntan. This is the one that I don't recommend. Talk to My Team. It's just the weirdest thing. It's like, I don't know. Something happened with that one. And then Slow Burn, you guys, very underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this one, but it's got like a cranberry vibe to it that is just so pretty. And not in like that Barbie pink way that we got last year. Child, grown up. You know what? I will get online with you tomorrow during the day if you want, or sometime after the holiday, whenever you want to, and swatch whatever you want with any other eyeshadow palettes. If you want to put a look together, I'm happy to help. I will be around. We are not going away this month. Talk to My Team has a weird shift. Talk to My Team is a dud. It's a shimmer shadow. It is not a glitter shadow. It's got shine, but not in the same idea, sphere, place. I don't know. I don't get it. This one didn't work. It's the only one. And you can tell he redid it this year because there's something very close to it. Not weird, just looks bad on me. I'm covered in glitter. What can I say? It's a good thing to be. What else can I tell you? A lot. Ooh. I went into the S store today that I don't normally shop at anymore. But if you've been putting off buying your gifts and you have a girl to buy for, I will say a lot is already on sale. Like all those gift sets that they have to get GTFO, they're already doing it. They are already, I took photos. Where are they? It hasn't synced. Fantastic. I took photos, but honestly, go online. Things are marked down. You can find your item at a store near you by going to like purchase same day. They're delivering for free tomorrow. So you don't even have to like pretend like you're in a frenzy. You can literally do your same day checkout and it's on, I want to say it's free. What did it say? Yeah, there's a code for same day delivery with 1 day left. So when you go on, I'll show you. Now, you can't do the fragrance one and this. If you're buying perfume, you're going to have to go. But this yellow one says free same day delivery. So if you have gifts to give and you just want to sit on your couch under a blanket, highly recommend getting it delivered. They still are having their fragrance event, but man, there's a lot of stuff marked down already. And there's still so many gifts there. It just tells me that they need to move some merchandise. What else, guys? Anything? I'm wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Make new memories that will fill your soul forever, and treasure the memories that you talk about and share when there are people there that aren't there that you miss. Holidays are hard, but they're also wonderful. We just have to all take a minute to live in the precious present and just be thankful for the people that we do have that we love. And I will tell you guys that I feel incredibly blessed that we all found each other here. This little group of ours has been probably the best part of this year for me. And I think that we will all be doing this together into our 70s. I mean, we just will. We're all here for the right reasons. And if I could just get you girls to agree to get on a frickin' Zoom instead of this, I would be super happy. That would be my only wish for 2026. But I do love all of you. I hope you all have magical holidays together. I can't wait to hear everything from everybody. Take pictures that you can send to me so I could like make like a little slideshow. We could see everybody's tree or family pictures or whatever you want to share. If it's a view, if it's a whatever it is, anything. Not weird. It's weird. Mwah, Holly. Love all of you. Well said, Michelle. I hope everyone has a phenomenal Christmas. Sending so much love to everyone. I will see you on Friday. If you are in the up and down position, that'll be great. If you want to be flat in your bed, I get that too. But I wish all of you a wonderful holiday, and I will see you all soon. So much love to everybody. I really do. Thanks, guys. Love you. Good night. Hope everybody does have a great holiday. Yes. Yes, yes. Mwah. Love you guys. Felice, feel better. Mwah. Bye.